The choices you make on Earth radiate out of this pattern to impact the entire universe. Okay, so isn't that interesting that everything we do radiates out like that fractal pattern? And it's like the pond, right? You look at the pond water and you throw a stone into the pond. And then what happens is you have these circles that go around and around and they spread out, right? To all the way to the edge of the pond. So this is the sort of a similar concept. Okay. We would like you to understand the importance you all have and the power to reverberate love into the field. Okay, so this is a good thing to remember too. It's like sometimes we think, how can one person make a difference? How can one person be important? But we're all these little pebbles in the pond, right? We're all part of that tapestry. For now is a time of renewal, a time of rebirth, and a time of remembrance. It is time for you to remember the truth of your nature, your divine nature. It is time to drop the false identities of smallness, insignificance, helplessness. The time is now to remember your placement in the cosmic pattern of all that is. So then they're speaking to me directly. They said, Cynthia, you chose to come to Earth to help others with this remembrance. In the coming months, we will give you information that you may choose to write or speak about. You always have choice while you are in the earth plane. So again, they're reminding me that I have free will and I don't have to do anything with the information that I receive. But I feel it is my duty to share some of this information with you because it can be helpful in your own abundance pathway. And you don't need to feel alone, right? We have so much help out there. I really want you to know that. Okay, that you have invited us to speak is a grateful blessing, for we would very much like to share what we can with you and those who are ready to hear the truth. There are many still in the very convincing illusion of separation and agony of distress. And this is really where I feel for the planet. I feel the pain and the suffering and the stagnation. And it's very difficult, right? We want to get above that. So we will give you some protocols for you to do to assist in slowly cracking the shell. For if the shell is cracked too quickly, it can lead to further psychological or physical damage to the delicate human form. This is why we don't just appear and speak to everyone. There is too much risk and too many still who are trapped inside their created illusions. And then they took the word illusion and they broke it down into pieces. So I want to share this with you. I'm going to write this out so you can see this is how they wrote it. If we break down the word illusion, we get I lose one. Okay, so illusion. Okay, so they said this word translates into I lose connection with one. Okay, it's interesting how language can be broken down. They do this with me a lot in just understanding like where are things at. So we're in a bunch of illusions is essentially what they're saying. So it is important to begin to slowly reconnect for all who feel and realize this temporary disconnect can build an awareness of this temporary situation. Okay, so yeah, we're living in this earth experience, but this isn't all of who and what we are. We're these eternal, infinite beings of light, and we have a human vessel that we carry for a period of time, and we have a personality that we carry for a period of time, but we have a soul that is eternal. Okay, so they really wanted to remind us all of that. So, what are the steps to reconnecting with the one? Okay, so this is the divine energy, the one energy. Some people call it God, some people call it source, some people call it the one infinite creator. Whatever you want to call it is totally fine. But we have this energy, this divine energy that we're all a part of. Okay, so step 1 is to reject the lies you have believed to be true all your breathing days on earth, that you are alone or you are anything less than divine energy in an individual form. Okay, so that's a big statement right there. They're saying you have to remember you're not alone and you're divine.